I'm 32, and I still cry when watching a Disney movie or having the time of my life at the theme parks. I love it so much, and I'm so proud and so grateful to say it. If you're an adult and Disney still has a special place in your heart, this video is for you. There is nothing to be embarrassed about and everything to be joyful about. Let me tell you exactly why, as well as what I think is the true meaning of Disney and why I personally love Disney so much. Without further ado, please keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the chair and enjoy the video. Number 1. Loving Disney as an adult makes you more authentic, not weird, because society likes to paint this picture of what adults are supposed to like or how they're supposed to be by a certain age. You see it everywhere or with friends that you may have had or anything like that. They go along with whatever society deems more appropriate, I guess, for adults, lack of a better word, but you're having the bravery and the courage to step outside of that kind of false narrative that's been painted across the world. And that in and of itself is so commendable, and I encourage you to keep on going with it. Honestly, screw what society thinks. You are here to live the happiest life that you can possibly be and be your true, authentic self. You don't want to live in the prison of someone else's timeline, whatever they think is best for you. They have their own lives to live. Whatever they think is best for themselves won't necessarily fit you. So keep going on the path that you really truly want, and you'll have a much happier life, and you won't look back with regrets. And also there's this theme in Disney about individuality itself and letting your true self shine. That is so important. You see it across all kinds of Disney stories. Characters who have found who they truly are. And despite what anybody thinks, just let it go. Let it shine. And they come across on the other side, defeating the villain and changing the world for the better, according to their own unique pattern. And that, to me, is so amazing. And it's one of the many reasons why I love Disney. And if you've been made fun of before for loving Disney or been talked about behind your back or felt like people were kind of ridiculing you, I know exactly how that feels. At one point I was talking to a little girl, and I said to her that I love Disney because she was talking about something about Disney, and then she said to me, "You love Disney?" And then she started laughing, almost like in a kind of ridiculing way. And that's how I kind of took it at the time. But I just want to let you know that I do know how it feels to be looked at as weird for it, or not typical for a 32-year-old man to be liking this stuff. But you choose to keep on loving it. Why would we change what we truly love out of life just based out of one person's words? Cherish no opinions, especially the opinions of others and your own false opinions about yourself. And another thing that makes you more authentic is you're preserving something so important to activating and maintaining your true happiness in life. And it's this: you're preserving your childlike nature, or as I like to call it, your true nature. Because a lot of people say that liking Disney as an adult is childish. It's not. It's childlike. Those are two very different things. Childlike is innocence. It's open-heartedness. It's curiosity. It's love. It's peace. It's emotional maturity. Childish is immaturity. It's whining, complaining, jealousy, fighting, greed. All of those immature things. That's what makes someone childish. So always embrace your childlike nature. You can still be responsible. You can still be an adult. You can still have the emotional maturity and the wisdom, but always hold on to that innocence and that curiosity and your imagination to keep flourishing and for your heart to soar. And by embracing these qualities, you stay aligned with who you truly are, way deep down, that you may forget at times, but it always comes back up again to remind you of who you truly are. And that's your soul itself. And when the magic of Disney sets your soul aglow, you know the feeling. You just can't help but beam from the happiness, the joy, and the laughter that comes over you whenever you watch a Disney movie or go to Disney World with your amazing family, or even just thinking about it, or living your life from the lens of a Disney character that they may be going through an obstacle in their journey and you're going through an obstacle in your journey. You think of yourself as them and them as you in that moment. And you think, what would they do? They got through it. Why can't I? Why can't I rise above this challenge? Because you're bigger than it. You know. And let me tell you, if more people in the world embraced their childlike nature, the world would be so much of a better place. There would be so much more peace, generosity, and less greed, and this mindset of scarcity and not-enoughness that we project so much across the world and across our lives. Let me tell you this, we lack nothing. We are infinite and limitless, and we can do anything that we set our minds to. And that leads me to this. What is the true meaning of Disney? Now, there's a ton of different themes, storylines, and messages from Disney movies and all kinds of Disney stories. And it's really difficult to pinpoint just one central meaning for it, but if I had to pick one, it would be directly from Walt Disney himself.
Walt Disney! Right.
And I quote, "All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." Now, this is important because a lot of people misunderstand the message of Disney because so many of the movies, they talk about just wishing upon a star or putting it out there, and then it just magically appears and it comes into our lives. Now, in some cases, that does really happen. We put a desire out there to the universe, we pray to God or wish upon a star, and something just happens along the way. We meet the right people, something happens in your life for you, and something unfolds from there. But a lot of the time, we have to pair our heart's desire, our wish, and our action together with it. We need to become the vibration and the feeling of our wish and bring ourselves up to the essence and the feeling of that wish coming true. And when we put those two things together and we go forward with great momentum and determination, man, anything can happen and you will accomplish your dream. Because let me tell you something else. Our dreams are absolutely real. They are more real than even the chairs that we're sitting on or the table that we're sitting at or the walls or anything physical. The spiritual realm, the unseen world is more real than any of that. And a lot of people get that twisted because when they hear the word dreams, they think about, having a dream at night. It's just a vision that our mind just comes up with. It's intangible and it's not real. But our dreams are our heart's desire. And our heart's desire is our soul's desire. That's how real it is. And here's something else. It is something that's trying to be born through and as you, and can only be born through you. And if it's not born through you, I'm telling you, no one else can bring it to light. It will never see light. So don't let your dreams die with you. And Disney also makes us believe in the magic of ourselves, the magic that we already possess, and in the magic of life itself. I mean, life is infinite. There is nothing outside of life, and life is always progressive. It's always trying to express itself in a more profound and more expanded way. It's just incredible, and Disney always reminds us of that. So always hold on to that in your heart. Now, why do I love Disney so much? To me, again, it reminds me of how magical life can truly be and how infinite and limitless I am and we all are. Because a lot of people have this kind of perception of if you're going to Disney, if you're watching a Disney movie, you're just trying to escape from life. You just got your head in the clouds and you're just trying to deny what's happening in your life and just trying to get away from it. I like to think of it in another light, and that is, it reminds you life is what you make it. You are the artist, you are the author, and you can write your story however you want. So every time you come back to something Disney and you're set alight and it makes you shed some happy tears, it reminds you of how life is always for you and that everything is going to be okay. And that is so essential. And whenever I'm having a bad day, or I'm feeling down, or I feel like giving up sometimes, I can always put on a Disney movie, put on a song, or if I'm able to, go to the Disney parks and always get inspired again. It never fails to give me that spark of inspiration. It gets me feeling so alive, and it's hard to describe. It really is. And it's beyond words. That's why I can't explain it. It is just a feeling tone that just naturally comes. And it's aligned with your heart, and you can't help but let it shine. And another thing, it trains my heart and mind to stay young forever. Because over time, we may physically change, but the truth is our soul, our spirit, is absolutely eternal. We are immortal, spiritual beings, and it can't be touched by any circumstance, anything that's happened in your life, age, anything. It is untouched. It cannot be scratched.
What's the matter with you, scissors?
When you take rest in that and you embrace the true nature of your soul, which is the childlike innocence and full love, then you're eternally young. It doesn't matter what the outside looks like. Here's a prime example. Dick Van Dyke. I love him so much, and I'm so glad that he's lived this long to 100 years young. And he's still going strong because he's embraced this idea of keeping your childlike spirit and optimism, positivity, and just this zest for life going. He stays active, and he keeps his soul aglow. That's why he's lived this long, and I hope he lives another 10 years, 20 years. I hope he lives forever. I really do. God bless him, really. But it's a great lesson for anybody who wants to live longer, who wants to live the most meaningful and glowing life, is to really embrace the mindset of being eternally young, because that's the absolute truth, despite what the outside says. I know it may be hard to believe. I know sometimes it is hard to see because what we see seems so real, but don't let that skew you. Train yourself to know that the unseen is way more powerful. And I'm also a very passionate storyteller, and I've always created things throughout my entire life. I am an artist. I'm a writer. I've built haunted houses throughout my entire life in some way, shape, or form, whether they be at my house or for professionals. And I've always been a part of the immersive entertainment world and have been in that realm professionally for a number of years now. And Disney is just an absolute library, an infinite source of inspiration for me. And it never fails to always help give me some new ideas and new angles and creativity to look at things. And storytelling itself, the foundation of Disney itself, is a great story.
That's a nice story.
And we've been telling stories for thousands upon thousands of years, since the cavemen, them drawing on the walls and telling themselves and others stories around the campfire, and it's just developed from there. Throughout human history, we've been telling stories, and it's the quickest way and the most powerful way to somebody's heart. If you can touch someone's heart while telling a good story, all my kudos to you, and it inspires people in a way that no other form can. And not only can we lift others up by telling them stories, we can lift ourselves up as well. Because the stories that we tell ourselves are very important. It's because what you truly believe about yourself and about your life, it will come to physical reality. So you have to be very careful with that. And here's the beauty of it. If you don't like the way that your story is going right now, please don't worry about it, because you always, at any moment, have the power to change it. You change the way you talk to yourself. You switch to talking to yourself in a loving and affirmative way. You pick yourself up. You respect yourself. You start exercising more, taking care of yourself, and embracing the truth of your being and your soul. And day by day, just step by step, you can change your story into whatever outcome that you truly want. And just trust that the outcome is going to be a great ending. Because it will be, if you believe it will be. So remember to unlock the true magic of your soul. Now I want to know something. How has Disney impacted your life in a meaningful and positive way? This can be a memory that you've had with family, a character that you personally identify with, a movie that inspired you to take a leap in life, anything at all. Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, and just to let you know, you are awesome, you are loved, and you more than matter. Love you all. Mata ne. See you all soon.